All right, so I just want to touch on tools real quick. A lot of people, might wonder what tools you got to have or how many tools you got to have or stuff like that. So I'm not going through my whole toolbox. I just want to point out a couple sections of the toolbox, one of them being this one. So sockets, you're always going to need a lot of sockets, all the sizes, all the different drives, 1/4 inch, 3/8, half, all that stuff. So never be shy to pick those up if you can get them for cheap. You got those kind over here, regular sockets, impact sockets, half drive stars, square drives like this. You don't have to buy all this stuff at once, but then these are for axle nuts and stuff like that. But all this stuff works on everything. This works on trucks, tractors, four-wheelers, side-by-sides, pretty much anything. Next thing I want to touch on is air tools. They can be expensive, but you don't have to buy the most expensive ones. Just, kind of look around at what you can get and use your judgment to buy the best thing for the money. I bought Ingersoll. They've been really, really good. I have their 1/2 inch impact, their 3/8 ratchet, their cutoff, all kinds of stuff. Husky is a Home Depot. They're not super expensive. They're actually pretty decent. Obviously, I have one. Pliers. So you'll need pliers, all kinds of them. That's just big. That's how it goes in here. Vice grips. These are, pretty much what you're going to need for vice grips. Again, doesn't have to be name brand stuff. Screwdrivers. It's all really kind of basic stuff. It's just overflow of screwdriver sockets, stuff like that. There's not a lot of specialty stuff. Most specialty stuff, really, if you need it, you can rent at like a auto part store. A hammer, a couple different hammers, obviously. These are 3-jaw pullers. That's if you're doing like CV shafts or pressed on stuff. C-clamps. See. Yeah, that's really, that's the only real stuff I can think of that you gotta, wrenches. How could I forget wrenches? Wrenches. Another pretty standard thing. It's really a lot of just basic tools. You don't have to have a lot of fancy stuff. An air compressor is probably the thing, but and then you'll collect other little stuff that you pick up along the way. This stuff isn't required. This is just convenient stuff that makes things a little bit better. Some of the packages have handy storage until you throw it like that and everything drops out. There we go. Yeah, anyways, so I just wanted to touch on that and just kind of point out that you really don't have to have a lot of fancy stuff. Most of it's just basic stuff. And yeah, we'll go, I'll show you something else. So a vise, that's one other thing that's not really in your toolbox, but I can't count how many times that sucker has come in handy. It gets used on a lot of stuff, and no matter what, you're probably going to come to something that needs that if you're doing anything, more than just putting tires on and off. Anyways, yeah, that's that. I just wanted to touch on that.
Trying to travel these states like a cowboy.